can't believe I'm on the Sphere.
Hey, Guns and Gear Vegas, man. I thought I told you to dress up.
I did!
Come on, it's Vegas, baby.
Oh, all right. We are back on the stage, and this is a surprise visit. I've got Tim here from Accuracy Under Fire. Now, I would think by now that most people would know, Tim, that watch us or watch me, know that I've been a trainer most of my life. A lot of people think because I was on Top Shot, I became a trainer. I was a trainer long before Top Shot. Top Shot just catapulted me into industry, and now I get to work with really cool people like you. And you guys can see I am wired up. I've got this weird sleeve on. I've got a backpack on. And as a trainer, you have to be willing to go through what you put your people through. And Tim is here to tell us about this because I have no idea right now what I'm in for. I just know that something might hurt, and I'm definitely going to be immobilized. Tim, tell them about Accuracy Under Fire. Tell me. I can't hear you.
AUFIRE.
There we go. We're back. So,
AUFIRE is short for Accuracy Under Fire, and it's a gunshot wound simulator or injury simulator.
Oh, great. I've only been shot twice, and I have a feeling that hurts.
So it's designed for reality-based training, take reality-based training up a whole nother level, because we've always been pretending that we've been hit, you know, like putting a hand in the pocket.
Oven mittens.
Yeah, all that kind of
tape,
stuff.
handcuffs.
And when you think about it, that is adult pretend for the most critical moment of your entire life and the most critical moment of your entire career.
So this is going to be critical.
So I created this. This is these sleeves have conductive fabrics in it, and it's.
You have it on too?
Yeah, I have it on my right arm.
Why?
Just it's easier to show people.
Okay.
And so you're wearing your right. Normally in training, you would wear your right and your left. And what it is, it's electrical muscle stimulation, a TENS unit. Just like when you go to a chiropractor's office and they put the little sticky electrodes on
and
you.
And you start drilling like that.
And it contracts your muscles, right?
Yeah, and it feels good, but it's like,
That's what this is going to do.
Oh, God.
So I have this remote, right? And you're wearing unit number 5 on your back.
Okay.
So I just dial over to your unit. Like, say you're walking up on a car, you're going to go.
So we got multiple guys responding to a call. We've got everybody on.
Yeah.
And I'm unit 5.
And nobody knows who's going to get hit. It's all up to me, the instructor.
But we know who's going to get hit today. It's going to be me.
So imagine you have a double or triple retention holster in your gun there,
and
right?
this is my favorite arm.
And do you carry a backup weapon?
I always carried a secondary gun.
Yeah, me too. There's times when I got tired of it and I put it away and then something would happen. I got to start carrying this thing again. But this system will show you why you have to have that backup. Because if I take out that right arm, you're not getting that gun out of that double or triple retention holster.
Can we start off slow, though?
Oh, listen, let me give you a little tickle, right? See if do you feel this in your forearm?
That's just a tickle?
Right? You feel that? Okay. And then you feel the bicep?
This is great.
Distracting, right? But I'm sure you could move your arm around, right?
I can get my gun.
Yeah, right?
It feels so good, but you're gonna make it worse, aren't you?
I am. All right. So honestly, in training, I take everybody up to a level 4 because there's no warming up to getting shot.
Right.
And you want to see that natural reaction. And what it really is about, we're training not the body, we're training the brain to separate the distraction from the mission, and that's stop the threat, put the threat down, and then get your tourniquet on, because the only reason that,
while I'm in this pain, I'm going to put my tourniquet on too?
100%.
In training?
Absolutely. And it'll be as close as you can get to reality.
Have I said that you're maniacal and that I really love you? I just met him, and I'm in love with this guy because he's thinking outside the box, because training is so critical, because the body will not go where the mind hasn't been. And this is taking the mind and the body to places that you can't take people.
Yeah. When you think about it, look, we're training weapons accuracy. weapons manipulation, tactics, communication, movement, all the way up to the point of the shooting.
But then we pad everybody up because we don't want any kind of pain when you get hit with your Sims or your T4E or whatever it is you're using.
And even when you're hit with a Sims, which is fantastic training, it's still just it's a sting, but it doesn't stop you.
Right.
And it's not realistic. It's just telling you that you exposed yourself, right?
My old sergeant's standing down there thinking, I wish we had this back in the day.
We're doing all this right up to the moment of the shooting, and then we're jumping all the way to TAC Med, putting a tournament on.
Man, this is fantastic.
You're only putting a tourniquet on because you've been shot.
Right.
Right? And there's only two kinds of criminals.
But I can't put the tourniquet on until I finish the fight.
Exactly.
So I got to finish the fight. I got to fight through the pain, and then I got to put the tourniquet on.
So where's the training for that gap right there?
Right here. Right
fighting
here.
While you're injured and winning the fight and then getting to self-aid. That, right? It's just been no way. A tennis ball is not going to do it. That's insufficient, right? So I created this. Let me just take you through, and then I'll tell you how I created it. So I'm going to give you a chicken wing. So I'm hitting two buttons, the inner forearm and the bicep.
Yes!
Okay, now get cross draw right now. Cross draw with your other hand.
I'd pull my belt over.
Pull your gun
I'd
out.
Get my gun out.
Focus on your sights. Hit that target, right? Okay, see how you separated that
Thank you.
in your head? You separated in your head the distraction from the mission, right?
Yeah, and it didn't become as bad.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what we're teaching you to do is forget that, get on this, right? And the faster you do that, the better your chances of survival.
KJ's back here loving on this. I don't know if you guys know, but KJ's, yes, he loves it.
I got to take you through all the features on this. So this is bicep. The little distracting.
Hey, Ralph. My buddy, I haven't seen Ralph in years, and he gets to watch this.
This is
He's a cop too.
inner forearm. I call this gang signs. Look at his hand. Look at his hand. Oh, it's not over.
Jesus.
Outer forearm.
Okay.
Spider-Man. I call that Spider-Man. Look at his hand. It opens up because we're contracting these outer muscles. And then there's chicken wing.
Oh, I'm gonna pee. That's so great. And you got to keep that on the whole time and fight through it.
Yeah, but would you call it painful?
Don't go. No, it's not. It's not painful. It's debilitating, but it's not painful. But I've been around.
Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And you can fight through a lot, man.
Yeah. And it's just this is more distracting. You feel it, but you can't use it, and it's very distracting. But
it is tremendously distracting.
Yeah.
You definitely can't go ahead with the chicken wing again because we're gonna go with that, and it's gonna be like I'm just standing here. I'm watching myself right now because I want to see. this happen.
So imagine you're holstered. I like this one. Open 911 call. It's 99% of the time it's the kids playing with the phone. They hit 911. Nobody answered when the RTO calls back. So this officer gets dispatched. You're out walking up to the house, big giant front yard. You can't have your gun out.
No,
right? You're just going to do a door knock.
Even if I did have my gun out, it would come out of my hand at that point.
Yeah. So, but on this one, this is the guy who just killed his girlfriend. The last thing she got off was 911. He hung the phone up. He killed her.
911 hang up. No emergency, right? We get them all the time.
So triple retention holster. Boom. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. He's shooting at you. He's shooting at you. He's right.
I got to pull this over. I got to get my gun out. Oh, my God, it's nonstop. I'm shooting Ralph.
Yeah, there you go. As soon as I let go, you're let go. But you can see what I mean, right?
It's amazing. It's amazing. It's one of the coolest. All right, it's the new coolest thing I've seen at SHOT because as a trainer, I'm blown away. Now, you can put these on legs and
so we got a belly wrap coming next. So that's going to knock you down like this. I can give you a chicken wing and bend you at the waist, and now you're firing back from here, right? That's, very
I'm sweating.
realistic.
I don't know if you guys can see it, but I'm sweating. I mean.
I did it for I'm a former LAPD guy. And
that's the real deal, man.
So the backstory behind this is my wife and I were LAPD officers. We were gang officers in South LA. We went into the gang unit together, became best friends, got married. Ultimately, when we had about 10 years on the job, my daughter was 16, 18 months old. And Christina, she was on patrol. She sees a guy at 10 o'clock at night. He kind of ducks behind a car when he sees her black and white. Her and her partner key in on it. Hey, let's see what's up with this guy. They jump out. She says, come here. He runs. She chases him, no gun in his hands while he's running. She chases him across the front lawn up to a house. He tries to get into a fourplex, and she grabs him at the door. She catches him at the door, and he spins and stuffs a pistol under her armpit, shoots her. That bullet hits her in the spinal cord right here in the T2, cutting lights off from the nipple line down, 100% paralyzed. She drops. He stands over. He shoots her 3 more times trying to execute her, and luckily her partner, Joe Meyer, is shooting from the grass simultaneously as this guy, shooting him as he's trying to shoot her. Joe ends up killing the guy. He drops dead next to Christina, and we had 2 SWAT officers in the neighborhood who were medics. They got to her first. They saved her life until the paramedics got there. Then I got there when the paramedics got there. Ultimately, she ends up paralyzed, nipple line down. She survives. And in her physical therapy in the following years, we were doing a lot of TENS units on her legs to fight off muscle atrophy, right? Contracting her muscles.
Right.
And someone gave me a take-home TENS unit. So before I put it on her, I put it on my bicep. And I was just flicking dials. Like, I'm not going to read the instructions, right? I'll figure it out. Yeah. So all of a sudden it kicked on and lit me up like this and held me there and then let me go. And I thought, wow, that's immediate. It's totally disabling, totally distracting, totally out of my control. If I can make that remote control, man, now we got a legitimate injury simulator. And I always thought the whole time I was on the job that putting our hand in a pocket was just silly. Handcuffing a hand behind your back, taping a ball in your hand.
There's no pain. There's no distraction.
It's all predictive.
Yes.
Right? And half of this is, say 4 of us are going into a building and we're all wearing it, nobody knows who's going to get it. And even if you don't get it, you're turned on in training.
Right.
You're paying attention. Because now there's consequences.
Yes, there has to be that's why there has to be some kind of there has to be pain, there has to be something, and pain stimulus is a great motivator.
Absolutely, and people learn really quick. You go through it once, you might fail, but you will never do that again. You're gonna instantly learn from that, and now every second, third rep, you're gonna be hitting your target, on your target, and that's a great confidence nugget to have in your head for when it really happens. Now you got a file in there.
You got a file. You're right. You have to build those files.
Yeah, I think like with active shooter training, like we have to train officers to override their self-preservation instinct, and this is a great way to do it. And then those kind of deals, there's no second chances. It is go, go, go. Put the guy down at any cost.
That's right.
And are we prepared for that? We're doing the movement up to that moment of extreme violence. But we're not training for that moment of violence. We're not trained to be in that moment of violence. Look, they're typically going to have a drop on us. Even if it's the first 3 guys coming in, they may all get dumped, right? And you may be hit and you may be the only one that gets the shot off on the guy. And that's coming. The violence towards officers is going to skyrocket.
All my officer friends out there, I know there's a lot of guys that follow me just because you're my friends, and there's a lot of people that follow me because they know who I am and what I've done and what I try to do. This is legit.
Look, Trump has forewarned all these people that have come in illegally, right?
Oh, they're going to want to fight back. They're not going easily.
There's a percentage of them, whatever that number is, that, you know, whether it's small, 1%, are extreme violent criminals who are not going back. So they're going to have this like 3-striker mindset.
Right.
So it's going to be the poor patrol cops walking up on the car for a traffic or whatever, and then it's going to be the guy in the car saying, I ain't going back.
Yeah, he's not going back.
I would much rather be on the run in America than my home country. So I'm just going to dump them and run. So you're going to see ambushes are already way high. So they're going to go through the roof over the next 5 years, and guys need to be ready.
This is fantastic. Can I get one more chicken wing before we?
I'm going to change it up. I'm going to do, let's see, a little Spider-Man and chicken wing. Now focus. Get that gun out and focus. Pull it out. Get on those sights. Lean into it and hit that target. There you go.
Oh, God, you had to give me one more jolt, didn't you? Woo! Woo! It's real. I'm telling you, people are going to be scared to death of it.
But they love it after they do it.
Yeah, I mean, that's how everybody feels about force on force. You know that.
They know they need. I trained 120 LAPD officers recently. None of them knew me. They didn't know they were getting this. It was an active shooter in a Jewish temple. And so they got to me. We suited them up. 120 of them came out bug-eyed and big smiles, and they said it's the best training they ever got. They know they need it.
Well, I can tell you this. Accuracy under fire is a real thing. We'll be looking it up. We'll definitely be looking to put it into first-person defender. So if you just said, I want to be on first-person defender, this could be coming your route. When we get off the stage, I'm going to be putting this on KJ because I know KJ wants to try it.
And I'm going to give you the remote.
No, you're going to run it. You run it. I want it to be fair. I took my lumps. KJ's great at taking lumps. So thank you very much. SHOT Show 2025. My gosh, I don't even know how to think. I'm electrocuted. And let's go out on a chicken wing.
All right, 66 volts. Here it comes.
For more great gun content, subscribe to our YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter pages. You can also watch the Gun Talk channels on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon. And of course, you can always find us at guntalk.com. Thanks for watching.